to get in there. When you're in the bathroom at the airport, you're like, hurry, and people behind you are like,
Welcome back in, everybody. Call Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. This just in, we have Billy Gibbs 2.0.
Yep.
After 35 years of Commando, the Commando is gone. I just learned this at the break.
Once I put Tommy John on, they stay on.
Man, that's such a that's a slogan. We got to send that to Tommy John.
I have not gone without Tommy John since I put them on.
Wow.
I haven't. So I of course got to buy another pair because they send us 3 pair.
Yeah, it's so weird that you said that because I just realized I've got my Tommy Johns on too.
I can't imagine.
And I don't have just Tommy Johns.
Briefs, boxers, or boxer briefs?
What are they?
They're the fitting.
Yeah, they're fitting.
They've got the man pouch. It's like a kangaroo pouch.
And they go down tight down your leg. What do you call them?
So they're boxer briefs.
Okay, yeah, boxer brief.
I wouldn't know. I just know they feel good.
That's what I wear is boxer briefs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And I'm kind of proud of that because I was 30 years.
Commando. I know. I took many trips with you through airports, and I'm thinking this is going to be really interesting if he gets pulled off to the side by security.
And the belt, you don't have to take your belt off. Whoops! Hi guys, smile. But now I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that.
I was afraid of that. That makes me realize how much anxiety I had traveling with you. And it wasn't even for me.
I'm sorry I put you through
It was for you.
No wonder you always went way ahead of me in the line. I'm like, Mike, where are you running for?
It's so funny.
But now I'm confident.
Oh, my gosh. Were you that way when we were in Spirit?
Oh, yeah. I just recently Tommy John'd it.
That's why.
The last 6 months.
That's why I was laughing because I thought somebody got pulled off to the side.
I was freewheeling all through the Masters. Right? But now I'm sure Tommy John's on.
You're lucky it wasn't humid there.
It was humid there. I'm sure. God. Yeah, but you're lucky we didn't share a room, is what you're saying.
No. When you walk, it's like you throw it up against the wall and it just sticks.
It is just kind of weird that I can't do it without now.
Billy didn't hear that, I don't think.
Yeah, I did. I try to go through that, past that. So, my final thoughts in the PGA Championship is I think there's one of the best greats of all time is here and staying here for a while. I really believe he's going to be that.
I do too.
And and it was everybody wants to say it was the Nicklaus, the Tiger, right? And then there was kind of some of these other ones. Rory was coming up, and even Jordan was coming up a little bit. And this one, obviously, he's here now, but I think he's staying. That's just.
Well, in VegasInsider.com, which does all the odds, would say that they agree with you because they've got Koepka 11-2 as the U.S. Open winner.
Really favored.
Yes.
Wow.
Really favored. And then Dustin Johnson 7-1, Tiger's 10-1, McIlroy 12-1, Rose 16-1. And here's somebody that I think is going to be really, really interesting. Spieth is 20-1.
You think he's almost there?
He's getting there.
He was halfway there this event.
He was
2 out of 4 rounds were pretty good.
He was there. Well, and even his last round was not bad. Even though it wasn't under par, it wasn't terrible. I watched it. It wasn't
7-1?
7-1.
Because he plays Pebble pretty darn good.
Yeah, and you've got Justin Thomas 20-1, although he's been injured. Fowler's 20-1. Jason Day, who plays Pebble really well usually, 21-1.
He had a good PGA, didn't he?
He did. He had a decent PGA. Schauffele 22-1.
That's your bet.
We got Mickelson 33-1, and he plays Pebble pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he usually plays Pebble pretty good.
He's won there a few times.
Matsuyama 40-1. Cantlay 45-1. Finau 45-1. Kuchar usually plays Pebble decent. He's 50-1.
Phil just win this year at Pebble? What did he win?
I think he did.
AT&T?
I think he won something there.
Nikki
And
would
who
know.
else?
She probably walked it.
You got
No, I didn't actually.
Reed and Simpson are 70-1.
Did you say Hideki Matsuyama is 40-1?
Yes. Can you believe that?
I'd throw some money on.
Yeah,
that.
I was
He's
thinking
having
the
a very
same.
good year, man.
I was thinking the same thing. There's a DraftKings pick right there.
So if I
sure.
took your bet, I could get killed. Never mind. I don't have that much money to take.
Speaking of DraftKings.
All right, let's go.
Here are our results from the PGA Championship.
The 4 of us had teams, right?
We had 5 people total. It was the 4 of us, and then Darren jumped in there too.
Read off Nikki's team first.
Okay. So, do you want me to read off the teams by the places?
I'm just trying. I don't remember who I picked.
Okay. So you picked Beauregard, DeChambeau, Kistner,
Ugh.
Peters, Rahm, and Rose.
Another great week for Billy.
And you finished in 5th place.
Yeah, I kind
Out of 5.
Kind of figured that out when I heard the names. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, 233 were the points.
I suck.
Then Nikki picked Cantlay, Kistner, Molinari, Poulter, Shoffley, and Simpson. She finished in 4th with 251 on the points. Then
How you been, Nikki? Things are good?
Hop had Garcia, Glover, Kokrak. Is that how you say it? Kokrak?
Yeah.
Kokrak, I
No
think.
crack?
Kokrak. Matsuyama, McElroy, and Poulter. He finished in 3rd, and he had 280 points, and that was actually in the money. And 2nd place was Darren Averett with Champ,
You won.
Finau, Howell, Koepka, Moore, and Rahm. He had 283 points. And then I took 1st with 328 points. I had Day, Matthew Fitzpatrick, Patrick Fitzmatthew. Which is,
Shut up. Go on.
my flyer was Ryan Fox, which was really disappointing. He shot 8 over the first day and even the second. And if he had made it, that would have been huge for me. Koepka, Oosthuizen, and Shoffley were my team. So Dave, Fitzpatrick, Fox, Koepka, Oosthuizen,
So
and
you
Shoffley.
and Hop always make it in the money.
So I won 1125. Darren won 675. Hop won 450.
You would think I'd have some kind of knowledge.
It amazes me that you could have Kepka and Day and still make the salary cap.
Well, he's
That's
picking
because I picked Fox.
It's because he picked some guy named Fox.
Well, he
which was
was-
actually the network that was on. That's what you picked the
Yeah.
network. No.
Well, no, the reason I picked him is because they said that his history of being there, he had played the course many times.
You can't make excuses, man. You won.
Well,
You're good. Whatever, it worked.
It's
for
not.
you.
It's not excuses.
How
That's,
much was he, Mike? How expensive was
he was down in the 6,400s.
There you go. And if you buy somebody that cheap, you can afford a couple of big guns.
Yeah, and you're taking a
Yeah.
chance, though. I mean, I almost fell out of because I got in. I had a ticket to one of the bigger games that I used with him, and I almost fell out of it. At one point, that same team had me. I was at winning $200 at one point, and then I ended up winning 40 on that team
Do you, have a
with the
gambling,
bigger.
do you have a gambling problem?
No,
Okay.
because when you make leagues and stuff like this,
I'm here for you, buddy.
DraftKings sends tickets to me.
I'm here for you.
You know how we go to the
There's
Rio?
a meeting at the church. Just
Remember
down
how
the
we
street.
went to the Rio and I got those points? And you're like, how do you get those points? And I say, because everything I do, I slide a card. It's the same thing here. Just get a ticket. So I get a ticket. It's like, hey, you're playing in it. You created another league. You want a ticket. Da-da. So it's a $5 ticket.
It's an 11 o'clock meeting.
Okay. I'll be there.
They have muffins. They have free
With
muffins.
free muffins?
Yeah.
I'm there.
No gluten. No gluten.
And there's gluten-free muffins.
I'll go. I have no problem saying I don't have a problem and going to a meeting.
So do we have a show next week and we can pick for the Open? We'll pick on the air on the Open. There's a show next week?
There is, but we'll have to tape it.
Man, you're busy.
That's what I said. The first
I'll,
You're going to tape it.
the first 3
Well, then
weeks.
Hop should
The
pick
first
now.
3 weeks of June, I have to. We have to tape.
Yeah, I'll send you my picks. Just let me know when you need them. Are we going to do a DraftKings thing again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should. If everybody's enjoying it, I think it's cool. Who won the first
I'm
one?
having a
Was it
blast.
Darren? Was it Darren that
I
won?
thought Nikki won the first one.
Nikki won the 1st
I've
one.
been last
won the first
twice.
one.
I'm enjoying it, man.
You're good at this,
I
Bill.
really am. Maybe I don't understand how it works.
You know what?
I picked Matthews Fitzpatrick or pitch Fitzpatrick Matthews.
I still love that conversation we had where you really
know.
thought there was a
No, yeah, I thought
Patrick
you were
Fitzmatthew.
messing with my head, dude.
Oh, it's so
What do
funny.
you guys think of it happening so quickly that all these tournaments smashed right near each other?
It's cool, but it's kind of
Got your
weird.
players, you got your PGA, you got your Open, then boom, 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 boom. What do you think, Nikki? You good? You good with it?
I think they're too close.
You do.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Mike?
I think it's cool that it's close, and I know why the PGA does it, because once you get into football season, you're done. Football rules all.
Well, the Open is usually in August. No, it was the PGA was usually in August, and it was right before.
I know,
football
but see, you
started.
stack now all your majors prior to football season. Once preseason starts in football, even some of the draft, you lose people. I mean, the golf, it's just like watching golf on TV. After a while, I mean, even us when we watch golf on TV. Most of the time when I watch, I'm watching majors. I'm not watching the weekend tournament.
And as a fan, I
Speak
love.
for yourself.
As a fan, I love that they're stacked back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's awesome.
And another reason is they start this year in October of last year, and they end sooner because they get ready for the Cups. So the president or the
Exactly.
rider.
Yeah.
So they can't have it right up to the end because too many people are playing too many weeks and they get beat up, going over to the Ryder Cup, if you will. So there's many reasons for it, but as a fan, it's awesome.
If you wanted to make
Better for the
golf
players, too.
more progressive, I would add another major.
Well, the players is on the board for that to happen.
Yeah, but I would
should happen.
I would stack it, and I would try to do everything in my power to make another major on the PGA Tour within a time frame that is condensed.
Well,
Because everything that people do, everything we do every day, we want it right now. We don't want to drag it out.
I agree with that because Mike, do you also play the European Tour on DraftKings?
I like
No.
it spread out better.
I don't.
Come on, Mike. You can admit one of the first
don't.
things is to admit that you do these things.
Okay,
The
'cause
first thing
one
is
of
to
the-
be
'cause-
honest, and I don't.
Well, one of
play
the
it. Yeah,
things is I don't think the players are affected by this at all because I think that
I mean, one reason I like it spread out is because then you're not riding some guy who's on, what's the word?
Tail, hot streak.
He's on a slant. He's
You can't hear Hop, can you?
high.
Can you hear Hop, Nikki?
No, she can't.
No,
That's
no.
that's explained.
It's not personal
It's not
hop. She
personal
can't hear you.
hop.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, okay. Because you guys were talking at the same time, Nikki, but
sorry.
you like it because if someone gets hot, is that what you're trying to do now? Riding someone's hot, but wouldn't it
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be
Someone
great
gets
for the
hot,
player
the
that's
next
hot?
thing you know, yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing is, if these majors, like when you look at these majors, they're at all different kinds of golf courses. So if someone does get hot and they can take all those majors at all those different kinds of golf courses, then they're the best player.
shows
one-
that
and one of the-
well-rounded player?
And one of the things I was saying was with the European Tour
Yeah.
and paying attention
Yes.
to that.
I mean, I just like the idea of thinking that
Hold on,
someone
Nikki.
can play well
Sorry,
all year.
Nikki, hold up one second. Sorry.
You guys are like an old married couple.
I
It's
know,
so
not right?
funny.
Is on the European Tour. If you pay attention to it, a lot of the PGA guys, if they have breaks in the tour, they're on jets flying over to South Africa or Taiwan or someplace else, and they're engaging in the European Tour. So they're playing anyway. I don't think you're putting any strain, or even if a player's hot. We've seen how quickly that can change in golf, and I love the idea of another major being inserted in there.
Well,
Yeah, I
if
think
the
it's-
players becomes a major, that is inserted in there because they moved it to March, right? They moved that tournament to the spring.
Right, but they have to.
So-
they have to do
So
something.
that would be the players would be
Yeah.
one, then the Masters, right? Then the PGA, then the Open.
maybe
and
the
then
maybe the big issue is
You're done
because
in
if
July.
if you think about, like, if you were in charge of marketing this whole thing and selling it against football and baseball and hockey and everything else that's going on,
Hockey.
golf has a season, right? And the season is in the spring. In the winter, you're sitting there and you're thinking, God, I can't wait till the Masters. I can't wait till the Masters. I can't wait till the Masters. To me, that's the lead major, is the Masters, is the lead major. That's like what you and I have talked about. That's the kicking off of golf, right, for the whole United States, technically. And then you insert, whether it's the Players' Championship, and you move that into a different spot so that you get 5 majors in a row. Then you get into the FedEx Cup and all that. And by the time all that stuff's done, football season starts. You got the winter
it's
off.
the Cup. That's why they moved it too, so
Right.
they could have the playoffs. And football's not till September, right?
No, football starts.
It still didn't start in
Football
August.
dominates. Football dominates sports year round.
But the NFL season doesn't start till September.
They're talking about OTAs right
Man,
now.
does it?
You're
When's
talking
the-
about draft.
I'll give you a little insight right now.
Are you betting football right now?
I'm
No.
neck deep in putting my NFL and college schedule together for this station for this coming year.
Right now?
We're not even in June. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. I am.
That's exactly
I've
right.
had several meetings about this already, and I've got everything mapped out until December right now.
And we're off the table that time, Bill, because it's Saturdays.
Off the table.
Yeah, football's first.
Is that radio talk?
Yeah.
No, there shouldn't be too many interruptions at that time. I think, what did we have last year? I think I interrupted you guys twice, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
We-
I
we-
remember,
we-
I remember,
I-
I remember being really upset for like 2 weeks there. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
We interrupted the NFL draft one year. You should have seen
Oh,
what
that
happened.
was bad.
Talk about football.
Yeah, we got some nasty. How
Holy
dare
cow.
us?
The hate mail we
Yeah.
got for that and
How
phone calls,
dare us.
Hop, you could not believe it.
I believe it,
I
man.
am not kidding.
And it was like the 300th round or
yeah.
something.
It was not even the.
It wasn't the first
No,
round.
it wasn't the
It was-
first round. It wasn't the first day of drafting. I mean, it's like
How dare us?
You want to hear something weird?
the 15th round and the 37th pick.
Years ago on this station, before we became a full-time sports station, we would still play the NFL on weekends. We would play the NFL on Sundays, but the sales department was cutting the station up and selling pieces of it to whoever would buy time. And we used to have a Sikh religious program on from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. No, excuse me, from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings, which was never really a problem, and it was all spoken in Indian, so you couldn't tell what they were saying. It was just this religious program that had bought time. But in football season, after 9/11, oh my God.
Yeah,
The phones would go crazy in this
Wow.
station on a Sunday morning with people just like, why are you putting these horrible people on
that's
the air?
so sad.
Where's the pregame? Blah, blah. It was mostly they were upset about
Sure.
the fact that we weren't playing NFL pregame.
Pre-game stuff.
That people
Wow.
were flipping out. But yeah, it was.
Well, we'll talk about pressure. For many years on the other station, we followed God. We followed it to
Yeah.
a religious show.
That was a tough
It
one.
was a whole sermon thing. That was tough following God, man. But you did good, Mike. I've got to tell you.
That was a really
That's a tough act to follow.
And
dude.
colon blow.
Yeah.
We had a whole half hour of a colon blow show that we followed.
Yeah, we used to play one of the Colin Miller shows too.
That wasn't so bad. It was easier to stomach.
your stomach. That's so funny.
But that following God was a lot of pressure. Remember?
Yeah, that was. And then we had
Yeah.
and we met that guy before.
Yeah, he's a really nice
He
guy.
called the show. God used to listen to our show.
He did. God was once a
He
listener.
was once a listener.
But, see? You
See?
can almost hear it now.
And with that, we should probably take our
We
last
should
break.
take- Is it really a break?
Yes.
Or is it just time?
Nikki, do you still want to hang out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's a bummer I can't hear Hop. We got to fix that.
I know. Well, you
Yes,
just
we
need to
do.
you need to come back to the mainland.
just need
That's
a
the
longer
problem.
headphone cord, man. If you,
Me too.
we're going to come back talk about Brant Jobe. You know who he is? He's 12-time winner on the tour, 14-time win. Brant Jobe.
Yeah. Thank you to McPhee's Grill of Templeton for partnering with us here on Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Hometown cooking through and through. McPhee'sGrill.com. Give them a call at 805-434-3204. Has their own butcher shop and Ian's famous barbecue sauce. McPhee'sGrill.com. We'll be right back.
Talking sports.